Okay guys, hi. Hi, hello. Hello, hi. We're gonna be reviewing 3 of these sketchbooks. 1, 2, 3 of them. All 3 of them. Because these 2, actually let me put them in order from oldest to newest. These 2 are relatively very short. So I don't know if I'd be able to get much content out of them, but this one's pretty long. This one here, we're gonna look at this one first. We're gonna go oldest to newest with these. This one is from early to mid 2025. This one's from mid to late 2025, late 2025 to early 2026. Ew, there's a hair on this. Ew, ew, ew. Okay. So, I haven't looked at this one in literally ages. I have no idea what's in here. I used to, literally not care about sketchbooking at all. I used to think that it was kind of stupid and pointless, which it's definitely not. I don't know why I thought that, but, I took this one while traveling, and I filled it up. I don't like a lot of the drawings here, but I'm going to take a look at it regardless. I think I've improved a lot over the span of these 3 sketchbooks, and that's why I want to go back and look at them, and a lot of people ask me to. So, enough of me talking. Let me actually take a look at this. So, I have the cover here. These are nope stickers. Us stickers. I don't know who made these. I got these at a bookstore. I'm pretty sure this is a local artist. I really like these though. These are nice stickers. I literally I've had this sketchbook for ages. I've had this one laying around since I was in high school. I'm 20 now. And I just never did anything with it. I think I drew in it 2 times and then I just got rid of it because I was like, I hate sketchbooking. I hate traditional art. I only want to do digital art. But I picked it back up. I was like, actually, this is nice. I like a small sketchbook. You'll see that my sketchbooks here are they're getting progressively bigger. And the funniest thing is I actually already started on a new sketchbook and it's even bigger than the last one. So they just keep progressively getting bigger and bigger. Anyways, enough of that. Let me actually look at this. I just made some bullshit. Okay, this is just stickers and stuff. I was testing on my washi tape and the bleed through on this. So late at night before the exam, I can't sleep. What exam was I talking about? I don't remember what exam I was talking about. Oh, I think I had a psychology exam. This was my semester I was taking psychology. Yeah, okay. And I haven't fully perfected the art of washi tape. No, I still have not. Washi tape pisses me off. Some of the washi tape that I get at Daiso, it just doesn't stick. It doesn't stick at all. And I don't know why. It's some of 1 in 10 of them will actually stick, and then the other 10 it's bullshit. I hate it. Okay, I don't hate these. Okay, I did these on a plane, I think. That's why these are kind of bad. I don't want to be one of those people that's doing a sketchbook tour and is always this is so bad. I hate this so much. Nobody wants to hear that, okay? It's kind of annoying. But also I don't really like these. Yeah, I was trying these on a plane. That's why I wrote how anxious I was. I was going to Japan and I went to the rabbit island in Japan. I forgot what it's called. So I drew a bunch of rabbits. I drew this face, looks like a Rage comic. Stabilo pen 68. I really like this pen, by the way. This marker pen that I got. I ended up using a lot more in my later sketchbooks. It doesn't work well in the sketchbook because it's so small and it makes thicker lines. Thicker lines are better in bigger sketchbooks. But it is well dried out by now. I think I've threw it away because it's dried out. Candy apple. Nice, I like that. By who do you before I redesigned her. I'm sorry if you can hear cars outside. I'm like filming right by a window, but this is like the best lighting in the house, so deal with it, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know if like you guys even like know things about my OCs. They're all I talk about. Like, I don't know what the audience for this video is gonna be. Is it gonna be all people who like already know me, already know like kind of things about my OCs, or is it just gonna be people who know nothing about me? I'm not sure, but I'll try to explain to the best of my abilities. I have 2 different universes. The other one doesn't show up until this other sketchbook. I haven't really started developing it until this sketchbook. I have one, I'll explain that one later. F3 is my webcomic. It's not finished, don't ask about it. Sorry. Haven't felt like working on it recently. And this guy's the main antagonist. By who? He's the estranged older brother of the main character, and he's an asshole, but I like him, and he's cool. Yeah, I said too chunky, not my fave. Maybe for filling in shadows. Bro, it's fine. It's a good pen. I'm not trying to like be mean about it. Baby by who? She gonna call me baby by who? Sorry, whatever. Do you what? My cat is right there. Okay, whatever. Nurse DU, honestly, she kind of eats. I don't like this design for DU. Honestly, you'll see that I redesigned DU later on to reflect Baihu. DU is Baihu's like drag persona. Long story, but I don't like this kind of like ritzy, blonde, waspy woman persona that he used to have in DU. I ended up designing her to fit him better, but I still kind of like this design. She's wearing like a latex mask, by the way. And I really like these nurse stickers that I had. I used these to make a photo card, I think, and then they like started falling off the photo card. But if you were asking me where I got any of these stickers, the answer is probably Daiso. Or I like got them from like Walmart or something. I don't know. Like I don't like go to really like fancy places to find my art supplies. Every now and then I'll get something nice, but like I like working with cheap stuff. And the first killer is dead stuff. Oh god. This is when I drew David really cunty for some reason. Like, Kaz, excuse me. Excuse me. This is gonna be terrible. Anyways, yeah, I really, like, I didn't like these drawings when I was making them, but I just wanted to get their faces down. I don't draw either of them like this anymore. You'll see in, like, my newest sketchbook that, I, you know, redrew them, and they look a lot better, but this is before I really started regularly practicing, anatomy and stuff. I thought it was for dweebs, so you'll see a lot of growth in this. But at the moment, like, these are okay. I don't hate them. The monkey saying you play too much. Chiikawa stuff. I just wanted to, like, scrapbook, like, Chiikawa related stuff that I bought in Japan. And then I drew. These are very, like, not accurate Chiikawas, but I like them. They're strange looking. They're weird off-brands. More David. Oh my god. That's not even what he looks like at all. I don't even draw him anywhere close to canon, because he is fugly in canon. And I know, if he's fugly in canon, I should draw him fugly, but I had to fix him a little bit, because they chopped his shit up. It's bad. Like, his haircut is awful. It makes me gasp. Sawyer. If you don't know who Sawyer is, I was obsessed with him like a couple years ago. He's my OC. He's kind of my incel core OC. Oh my god. But you'll see I progressively like stopped drawing him over the course of these sketchbooks. I lost interest in him. I kind of lost interest in F3 too, but we'll get to that. Stamps I got at the Osaka Aquarium. My Osaka Aquarium ticket. I really like these stamps that they had. Oops, there's nudity. I'm gonna have to censor that. And not that I think this is like particularly egregious. This is when I got some highlighters while I was in Japan. And they're like the best. They're like Stabilo highlighters. And people are absolutely correct about Stabilo highlighters. They're incredible. I love using them. I think they're starting to dry out by now. but I've used the hell out of them. You'll see them a lot in these sketchbooks. They're really fun. But I wanted to make like kind of a, like, I don't know, like housewife type of character, and somehow that morphed into Cal-like, my OC. This is the development of Cal-like. I really like these drawings here, actually, even though they're not like anatomy wise very good, but I do really like them. I really like this page. We'll get to this. More Cal-like. I don't know what this is, like, what? I can't read Japanese. Do you know what this is supposed to be? If you can. Because this is another stamp I got at the Osaka Aquarium. And it's just some guy. It's a homunculus. I'm not sure what it is. Cal-like is supposed to be Polish, so I was working with like Polish textiles and then never ended up incorporating them. And then I wanted to draw monkeys and apes. So the Alpha, there's an ape, there's a banana phone. I really love these baboons and apes. I think they ended up very good. There's a macaque. It kind of looks like Speed. I'm trying not to laugh. Like, I really like these though. They look like very like mean and angry, but in a way that I really like. There's the official Cal-like. Oops, can't show that. Polish Canadian. Yeah, this I really like this drawing. I think I did really good with this drawing. It has kind of this like flowy line art that I really enjoy, and I haven't developed Cal-like much since this because she's supposed to be like in the same story that Sawyer is, and I kind of stopped giving a fuck about Sawyer. I'm sorry if you were a fan of Sawyer. Who was? Sawyer's a terrible person. I don't know why you would be a fan of him. I clearly was. I have a lot of, I even have a whole eat-it bag for Sawyer. That's how like obsessive I was over him. And I still like that eat-it bag, but like, one day I was just like, I don't care about this guy anymore. That's a thing about having ADHD, is like, you'll think this whole thing is like your whole entire world, and then the next day, gone. It's gone. Doesn't even matter. And that's dangerous because you can't spend a lot of money. Monsoon from Metal Gear Rising. He's like my favorite character in Metal Gear Rising. You could tell I was kind of an art block during this. Like, you could tell I had no idea what the fuck I was gonna draw. Because I drew Cal-like and I was like, what else? That's supposed to be Human Monsoon? Fuck. That's terrible. Fuck ass haircut. Yeah, like, and I used some like eyeshadow, I guess, like some cream eyeshadow, and because I was like, that might be a cool pigment. It ended up just looking like poop. like it just looks like poop, honestly, but whatever. The sticker I got, and I have this old anatomy book, and I was doing studies of fetuses and stuff like that with these highlighters, and these actually ended up really cool. I really like these, and I like these muscles that I did the bronchi and the lungs. A Chihuahua. What are you doing here? A strange creature. But I really like these. This is like one of my favorite pages in the sketchbook. And I drew a placenta. You'll see that like the placenta is probably my favorite organ. It's the one that I draw the most. Bird sketches. This is when I actually started doing like studies. Of course that wasn't when I started. But this, I call these ugly birds. Some of these are ugly. I'm not gonna lie. Like this one, this was not accurate to the reference at all. But actually, I really like these. I ended up really liking them later on. I wanted to do some anime girls, a guinea pig, a sea angel. A lot of the anime stuff, like if I'm like referencing another drawing, it's usually from Pinterest. I'm unfortunately a Pinterest warrior. I know they tell you not to use Pinterest, but whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna use Pinterest. I would do like a very like moe Sawyer, and then just some other moe faces. I really like doing these very like wide-eyed expressive faces. These ended up being very cute. And here's some realistic faces. Some of these were based off of Xavier So Based, actually. I think you could see it. This one's chopped. This one's fucked up. What was I thinking with that one? And then a Baikyuu face. I'll draw a realistic Baihu later on. But these, like, I don't hate them that much. Looking back on them, I don't hate them that much. I think they just don't have a lot of definition, so they end up looking, like, kind of weird. There's my realistic Baihu. I really like this one. I think I did him very well. I think this is actually what he would look like. I kind of have a running joke with my friend that, Baihu is, like, he's 33, he's in his 30s, but, like, Asian don't raisin, so he looks like he's in his, like, early 20s. But I think he looks older in this one, and I think this is what he would actually look like if he wasn't my style, he was realistic. And so stickers. And the white tiger, because his name is Baihu. I'm pretty sure it's Baihu, not Baihu. I don't know, I've pronounced it Baihu because I'm a white demon, but, like, it's Baihu, I'm pretty sure. But I like calling him Huey sometimes. But his name means white tiger if you know Chinese, so I draw the white tiger with him a lot. And here's Samkin, here's his brother, his dear brother Samkin, and people really like these drawings. I really like these drawings too. I think he actually would look like this a lot. I tried to draw Samkin realistically. He's like so cartoony in the way I draw him. Like he's very like kind of flexible and cartoony looking. But the way I drew him here, I think it actually encapsulates what he would look like if he was, you know, real. But I tried to do another realistic drawing of him and it just didn't look like him at all. Like it was weird, it was strange. But I really like these. Lonnie, saw your sister. I was watching, what is it? What is it? Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. Oh my god, I can't remember. That one Yuri. I'll put it up there. I'll put it up in post because like why can't I remember the name of it? Oh, Revolutionary Girl Utena. That took me so long to figure out. What is wrong with me? I was watching Revolutionary Girl Utena and I don't normally draw in like a anime style, especially not like a 90s anime style, but I really love how they draw faces in the anime and in the manga. So I was doing like, I wanted to do stuff with like big sparkly eyes. One Wet Smack, that was from like a stamp that I saw on Pinterest. Some more faces. My nose is running right now. Like, why is my nose running? Excuse me, everybody. Like, here's another OC I have, like kind of a background OC, Horror Specs. He's like a demon doctor. I like this one. I think it's exaggerated in a nice way. This drawing of Baihu that I hate, the hands are too small. He's too thick. He's supposed to be like, he's like a heady boy. He's not like thick in any way. I don't know why I draw him like this. Guys, am I a perv? Whatever. But I like this one. This one's cute. And I was working with this pen. I had bleed through here. I never ended up finishing this. I wanted to do a giant drawing of like all the women from my webcomic. Because they are some of my favorite characters. The women of the world unite. It's supposed to kind of look like an old Soviet poster, but I never ended up finishing it. I didn't even start it, really. And that'll be a common theme to her. There's a dog barking outside. Hello? Please. Thank you. You're probably gonna hear that more. And I wanted to do like hair silhouettes because I like doing the big flowy hair. I like to think of hair as a liquid and not a solid. And you can see I kind of applied that here with Diu. I'm not a huge fan of how Diu looks. And Samkin. I actually kind of like this one. I think it's stylized in a way that like, this is more akin to what my actual art style looks like. Acetylcholine. I'm actually going to school to become a surgery tech. So I have to take anatomy and I learn a lot of big words like acetylcholine. Don't even ask me what acetylcholine is. I don't remember. It's been a while. I'm like on break right now. A lion. This is from Pinterest. I wanted to draw some like cows, zebus, yaks, bison, whatever. This is one of my favorite pages. I actually like this one a lot. Another one of my characters from my other universe, not from my webcomic universe. Just some bullshit. Magic seal. I wanted to draw some seals. And I put like, this page is still greasy. I was being so stupid. I was like, what if I put lip gloss on this page? What would happen? Girl, you know what would happen. It gets nasty. It just gets like gross and nasty. It didn't even like sparkle. It just ruined the page, really. So this page is basically ruined, but whatever. Matryoshka. I'm actually still working on this. I haven't finished this. I've done the Wasim layer of it, and that's literally it. But I just wanted to like figure this out. You see, I should put some notes here. You can just ignore those. I wanted to see how I was going to stylize the faces, because it's kind of hard to do like those faces on a 3D surface, especially if you're supposed to be like condensing them. This is some stuff I wanted to cook and like buy at the store. Why was I anxious? I don't like. Oh, okay. I drew it there. Whatever. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you stop? Can you stop, bro? Me from like 9 months ago. Please stop. I wanted to learn the Cyrillic alphabet. Never really went through with it. The hallucinatory world. This is another thing for my webcomic. Like, I'm not gonna like go too far into it because it is kind of spoilers. But this is not really what it looks like, but vaguely. And I was developing a character. I did end up developing her. What was her name? It's like Bosa-esque or some shit. Like, I don't know. But I wanted to start developing her here. And some Mizuki from Dramatical Murder, because he is my favorite character from Dramatical Murder. Yes, I am struggling. He has like no merch whatsoever. I covered these faces because I hate them. I really shouldn't have. That's kind of a bad thing to do. Like, don't just like cover up something because you ended up not liking it later on. Some Echo 2Ks. Yeah, I think these are definitely Echo 2K. That was Echo 2K too, from just pictures from Pinterest, just me scribbling and stuff. I like this one. I think I wanted to do like a big drawing of Echo 2K, but I tried doing it and I just ended up hating it and I stopped. This is when my internet went out like one night, and some like, I think it was like a Polish candy or something. I don't know. If you're Polish and I'm not right, I'm sorry. But I like putting little candy wrappers and stuff in here. And my internet went out when I was watching Hetalia. Rewatching Hetalia. I think that's like divine intervention. Because I haven't like continued with it much since. I used to be really into Hetalia when I was like in middle school and younger. And so I was like, okay, let's rewatch a couple episodes. And honestly, I like them. Hetalia is kind of fucked up on concept because like, it's like, is it like, is Axis powers literally not about like World War II? That's kind of but like I still kind of have a soft spot for Hetalia just for nostalgia reasons. I put his obfuscate wrong way. I forgot it was supposed to be on the side. Japan and China. I think China's probably my favorite character from Hetalia. I really like her a lot. These are some realistic-ish Sawyers. So ugly. He would actually look like this though. He would look really weird and strange like this. I don't want to call him ugly because, there are people that look like this, but Gary, you'll see a lot more of Gary. I didn't really draw like a very wide variety of OCs in here, honestly, but you will see a ton of OC art in these two other sketchbooks. But just not in this one. Some old puffy stickers I had to use up. Some Cuban flags because here's Mark, he's Cuban. Old magazine clippings, just stuff, a lot of stuff I had from my old high school art class that I just never ended up using. Oops, accidentally drew somebody who ended up being low-key a terrible person. Oops. Yeah, yeah, so I had to cover that up. I think I drew them on another page too. But yeah, I drew an artist that ended up being like really kind of bad, like just a bad guy. And like I found this out while I was working on this sketchbook, and I was so mad about it that like I literally went back into the sketchbook and covered it up because I was planning on doing a tour of this, and I was like, I don't even want to like give it the time of day. But I like that drawing. Some of Wasim, I like this little face that I did. Wasim, he has Marfan syndrome, so he's very tall and lanky. And sometimes I struggle to get his proportions right, and girl, I still didn't here, but like these are kind of cute. Here's, you'll see in a couple of these later sketchbooks here that I've become very ravenously obsessed with this OC. His name is Alessa. You may know him. You may know him. And this is kind of like a proto Alessa, I guess. Or this is his alter ego, his like eviscerated ego, Honey Pence. This is here, he is. I think Honey Pence is supposed to be like all purple. He's purple all over, so I can't tell if this is actually supposed to be him. Well, he's missing an eye, so this is Honey Pence, I think. This old sticker I took from a Crystal Castles CD. That goes hard. And the parental advisory sticker. I like these stickers. This was like a pencil that I got at Daiso, like a rainbow pencil, and I really love using it. I don't use it as much as I should, but like it's one of those that like you can't decide what color it's gonna be. It just kind of flows through, but I really loved using this. It looks very pretty. Some Kunti Pumas, I guess. I don't know who this is supposed to be. I think I started watching Gachi Akita. I watched it before everybody else. I watched it when it first came out. And so I wanted to like kind of do how they do the hair. Their hair looks very feathery. I really like it a lot. I think I was covering up a bad drawing with this one, with these glass noodles. By the way, I almost choked on these. It was bad. I really almost choked on these. I had to like cut them up, which I think you're supposed to do. Funny cat. I think this is supposed to be Molly Santana. I think I drew Molly Santana like here, and I didn't like it, so I covered it up. My persona doesn't really look like this anymore, but cute. I also got hyperfixated on Mesoamerican art. So this is supposed to be like an Olmec face, I think. Thumbnail sketch, just some face. Really terrible, bad, no good, very bad drawings of Baihu in his Yaoguai form. We're just gonna ignore that. Oops, first Alessa. Ooh, guys, first Alessa drawing of the door. Ooh. Ignore these. I don't know. But, ooh, yeah, these are definitely Alessa's. I had Alessa before I was doing this, actually. I would just only draw him digitally. He's actually based off of another older character that I had that I adapted. This one, he's really skinny in this one. I thickened him up a little bit, but he's supposed to be like, he is very much a twink. He's a self-indulgent, like, twink character. I really like these drawings, though. I like how much I, like, pushed his proportions in this. Because I make him look a bit more, like, realistically proportioned now. But I like this kind of, like, emo, like, scene drawing, very pushed proportions. But yeah, these are cute. I like these. This is some character from, like, some Mexican Toy Story series. She's, like, an emo mouse, and I really like her. And back when I was going to community college, which I am not anymore, they had the live bear cams that you could watch, and so I drew some bears. Just some old packaging. I don't know what this is supposed to be, what this stands for, but I got like a calligraphy pen at Daiso. Greeley and Sir Gilbert. What? Hello? Yeah, I was really in Animal Jam at this moment. I was like drawing humanized like Greeley and Sir Gilbert, and also, yeah, I think I drew all the alphas. I don't really play Animal Jam anymore. I think my membership ran out, and I was just like, I think one of my New Year's resolutions was to like stop spending money on online games, because it's a very easy thing to do, and it's also a very easy thing to not do. So I was like, yeah, I spend too much. So I don't play Animal Jam anymore because it's basically impossible to play without membership now. Animal Jam Classic, by the way. I don't play none of that Play Wild bullshit. It looks like Bowser fart gif. It's terrible. This looks like the Aero Ace flag, actually, but I think I got this from like a chapstick packaging. And this is just more of like my human alpha headcanons. Some people ship Lysa and Greeley. I'm fine with that, but I like shipping Peck with Lysa. I think they're good. And I really like Sir Gilbert and Greeley because they're both like kind of old men who hate each other, and I very much enjoy that. So there's some more human alphas. I'm sorry my hands are getting in the way a lot because this is a very small sketchbook. There's Gansuk and his son, Ruan, who is Baihu's twin. My son is no transsexual. He's been scared of trains ever since he was a baby. He's talking about Samkin in this one, his trans son, Baihu's not trans. Not the transsexual in question, but I understand the confusion. Yeah, he's like the most like trans mask looking cis guy ever. I don't know if that's a stereotype. Also, I realized that Ruan is actually, because I named him like so many years ago when I had no idea what I was talking about. Ruan is actually a Chinese surname. It's not like a first name. So he has like two surnames, not two first names. But I'm not gonna change his name because it's so iconic. I just associate it with him the most. So if you're a Chinese speaker and that kind of fucks you up, I'm sorry. But he is kind of just Ruan to me. Like, I can't like change his name at this point. More Samkins. I love these Samkins. I love these. This one, the hands are fucked up, but I like these little doodles. I doodled my other OCs. Alfonso, he runs orphanage. He runs an orphanage and an orphanage and Floyd. Okay, whatever. And so these are like his adoptive kids. They're all like monsters. The universe that Alessa is in, the universe that like my webcomic characters are in, they live in like a monster world. It's like Earth, but there's like a parallel like shadow Earth where all the monsters live. And there's where these guys live. More Samkin. I was trying to figure out, like, because I'm so used to drawing Samkin's side profile, because he kind of has, I hate to say this, the CalArts face, like he's, you know, like he's very round, kind of like that, but like, I wanted to be able to draw him like straight forward without it looking weird, and I would always like push the cheeks a lot, so he kind of looked like Sans almost. I gave him like the Sans face. But like with his hair and everything, it just ended up looking like really weird. So I realized like you don't have to give him like very big cheeks. I think like it just reads better if you just give him like this like flatter shape. And it does. I like it more. But I really liked drawing Samkin because you can push his proportions a lot. He's supposed to be kind of like made of jelly. Like he just kind of moves to and fro. And you can push his proportions a lot. So he's very expressive, even though he's autistic and he doesn't actually express himself a lot. But I like giving him a lot of different funny faces. More like copies of Mesoamerican art. More copies of Mesoamerican art. I was really into that at the time. Mizura, another character from my webcomic. I should draw him more. I really do like him. I wrote down that he's a fan of Frank Zappa. Yeah, sure. What the hell? Sure. I don't know. Like, why not? I think that was like Aztec art. I drew the worm thing from Plague Inc. I forgot what it's called, but I really like this guy. I couldn't figure out how to draw him though. A zombie girl, another zombie girl. I was just on a kick with that. Just some like creatures. There's like turpentine here. This is actually my dad's desk and he paints. Ennard from FNAF. Okay, buddy. A kind of like emo MySpace by you because it matches him very well. I got a fancy new expensive pen and I used it and it fucking sucks. I don't know if it's just me, if I'm using the wrong paper, or if I got like my hand oils on it, but it is DS. It's dog shit. I hated it. There's another Alessa. Also, there's a helicopter flying ahead. Okay, thanks. Thanks for ruining the whole video, guys. I'm totally not mad. There's a younger Baihu. Whoa, bro, chill, bro, chill. Yeah, Clown Alessa, probably a little bit too self-indulgent. I want to figure out how to like draw like whipped cream. Not for the reason that you guys think. Guys, calm down, guys. Guys, please. But I just want to figure out like how to draw it. I think I did okay with it. I had this weird joke where I would like keep talking about tilapia and green beans because I thought it sounded funny. I drew tilapia and green beans. Catboy Lessa. Okay. He has these very big, like, sparkling square eyes. This shit kind of looks like a Rage comic. Samkin, Gansuk. I really like this Gansuk. I was wearing on his, like, winter outfit. I drew this in class, I think, and like a history class, and my nose would not stop running. I remember this vividly. I was not sick. It was not even like cold season. It wasn't cold season or allergy season. My nose would not stop running. It was profuse, and I didn't have any tissues with me because, of course, I didn't think I would need them. So just to and the person next to me probably thought I was going insane. Gansuk, my favorite old man. There's him as a cat. I like this one. I like his serious little face. I do kind of give him like Bishonen hair. Like he has very nice hair for his age. And he has a lot of tattoos too as well. Here's some like robots, scientists confirm healings, baby cat. Very cute. I wanted to draw some robots for F3, and then here's my Dio redesign. I will show you what it looks like in color, but I like this one a lot better. I think this one looks cooler. And another webcomic character, Kara. I can't believe I almost forgot her name. She's like a deer, goat, Sarah thing. These are like F3 notes, more robots. Logo designs. These are kind of boring. I was also sketching a lot of these in class, so I would just write down anything to like keep myself entertained. A SpongeBob from memory. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. This guy was an OC that I made when I was like 13 and then just used like 3 times and never again. He was like this like Quirk Chungus cartoon character, I guess. His name was Marvin. He ran a service where he would dispose of bodies by flying them into space. And that was his job, and he was insane. Girls be like, wait, why is he gonna find? He's just like a shitpost character. He's not supposed to be taken seriously. He just sold rice. I love drawing these fucking awful chud side profiles. Locked in. Cunty apple. We are fucking under attack. I actually ended up doing this whole entire drawing later on. Just some old like newspaper clippings with a bunch of stickers. I was running out of ideas with this one. Lint. I did this one with colored pencils, like Crayola colored pencils, because I didn't realize I had like Prismacolors hidden in the house the whole time. So this ended up looking like, it looks very bad. Like the anatomy and everything's okay, but like this, it's kind of bad. I don't like it. This is like my favorite page in this whole sketchbook. He's so cute. I love him in this. I still have this like picture scanned and saved. He looks adorable in this. And Gary is there too. I didn't make him wide enough. He looks too skinny in this. Chuds. Mizuki from Dramatical Murder, another Mizuki. I had to print this out for like anatomy and physiology notes, and I just didn't use it anymore. It's like a It's like the epidermis and the dermis. Shampoo is made out of liquid. That's true. This is like an old like notebook sketch that I did. This is like the instructions to a hot glue gun. I don't know why I put this on here. Just doing anything. There's Simkit again. This is when I actually started like kind of experimenting with scrapbooking. There's Dia, another character from F3. And this just fell off. This just fell off. Yeah, because like I liked using this clear plastic as like an overlay kind of. Especially if it was used for stickers and had like a texture on it. But like you can't just glue it down. I stapled it on this one, which is a good call because it'll actually stay if you staple it on. But you can't really just glue these on. I'm not gonna pull at these too much because they will just fall off. But yeah, I feel like a blush or something. It kind of looks dirty and terrible now, but I don't know. I was just experimenting with it. Bacteriophage, bacteria. Here's an old drawing of Dante, believe it or not. It's been forever since I drew Dante. There's my calligraphy pen. I wanted to do pencil and then seal it. This is why I don't work in pencil, because you can see it looks very dirty, but I do like this drawing a lot. And I really love this tiger. The anatomy is not great, but I love this tiger that I did with this calligraphy pen. This was like a vent note about like how much my schoolwork is killing me. I'm probably gonna cover it because it's low-key kind of cringe. I know I shouldn't shame myself, but it's kind of like, baby, I don't understand it. These changes. Yeah, here's Bayou in his 40s, or he is now. I want to draw him more realistically. Not a huge fan of it. Anatomy studies. I should do more of those, honestly. Echo 2K, a Moe Sawyer. That's not cut out from a magazine. I don't remember having quite this much pornography on my desktop. I put it here because it gives Sawyer. Okay. These Bayous that I actually really like. This Bayou that I love. I got like a bronze pen and I outlined over this. I think I ran out of ink now, but I still have it. And this, I was studying for my anatomy exam. And then I got acrylic markers, and that was the best thing that has ever happened to me. Absolutely ever. Because I use the hell out of these from now on. So I wanted to do an apple. And I actually really like how this ended up. But you could tell that I was struggling to like blend them. Because you really can't blend them. People tell you like, you're supposed to like use your finger. Like, it doesn't really work like that. You'll just end up making a mess, really. But I still ended up liking how this turned out. The Forgotten Son of Temur. Bro, Ruan is the Forgotten Son of Temur. Not Bayou. I draw him all the time, bro. I never draw Temur. Ruan. I drew Ruan like once in this whole sketchbook, and the rest of it is just Bayou. But in the lore, I guess he's forgotten. Whatever. This dying blue pen that I was struggling to use. Action potential notes. I got one of these blind boxes. Actually, I think this was my mom's blind box. You can see I drew the action potential.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
And now it's time for sketchbook 2. Let me make sure I'm centering this one right. I really like the cover that I did on this one. You can tell I was like really starting my obsession with Alesso right now. You'll see him a lot. I think this is actually like probably my favorite sketchbook out of the 3. Because I really just did a lot of like doodling in this one, and it looks very nice. I really like the cover in this one. It's kind of mirrored on the back. I started this on October 4th, 2025, which is a Saturday. These passion fruit rounds from Trader Joe's I got. These are actually good. I don't like Trader Joe's a lot. I think they sell a lot of bullshit, but I do like these a lot. I got acrylic markers. Why did I put the swatch here? Why did I take That's such a bad idea. Like, why would... Okay, whatever. I'm still playing Animal Jam. This is during Halloween update. I bought new stickers, Gachi Yakuta, volume 1 through 2. I was gonna watch all these animes, and then I just didn't. Like, I watched a bit of Code Geass with my friends, but like not a lot. I just completely forgot about that after. I'm sorry if you're watching this, I'm sorry. We can watch it again if you want. I just got so busy and I forgot about it, but I would love to continue watching Code Geass with you. Catch up on Gachi Yakuta. I still honestly I haven't finished the first season, but I want to finish it before the second season starts. Why did I want to watch Tokyo Ghoul? I guess I kind of wanted to get back into anime. I only watched when I was like 12. Psycho Pass. I did watch quite a bit of Psycho Pass. I'm not finished with it by any means, but I did finish quite a bit of it. Golden Kamuy. I heard the final season is starting. I probably would be a good time to watch it now. Because the only thing about anime is, like, if it's an ongoing series, then I get, like, so anxious about watching it because I'm like, I'm never gonna finish this at the same time everyone else is. Because, like, I literally, like, I can't sit down and, like, sit on my ass and watch, like, multiple seasons in one sitting. Anyways. Honey Pence. I love these drawings. I love them. He's supposed to be, like, Jesus. Kind of. Not really. He's delusional. He thinks he's Jesus, or at least like the second coming of Jesus. So I give him kind of a lot of like Christian symbolism, the bleeding heart of Christ there. But he's also kind of like a samurai, so I gave him Japanese clothing. I really like this one. You see, I posted this TS everywhere. I posted this TS everywhere. These pages are a lot thicker. Some Metal Gear Solid. I was gonna write something here and then I just didn't. The Parasite from Metal Gear Solid, Venom Snake, the Big Boss, Venom Snake, Eli. I was very obsessed with like Eli and MGSV at this time. Headslop. I don't even know if do I even really ship them? No. I just wanted to draw them together. These guys from Psycho Pass. I fucking forgot their names. Oh my god, I forgot their names. I haven't watched Psycho Pass in a while, honestly, after this. I just wanted to draw her, because I like her a lot. I wanted to draw Human Funtime Foxy. I honestly think Human Funtime Foxy would low-key kind of be a drag king. I think he would. So I wanted to give him that kind of, like, pin mustache, that very, like, vintage look. I actually really like this. I like how this ended up. This was, like, the very early stages of me using my acrylic pens. And I drew Alessa as Funtime Foxy because, of course, friggin' femboys. If you don't know me, I hate the word femboy. And please don't call Alessa a femboy. I know he kind of is to a lot of people, but I don't like him being called that because he is just like a regular guy. Gin. That's what we call her, Gin. Cece from Code Geass. I still really like her. I should do more drawings of her. She's really fun to draw. I love green-haired characters. This is while I was watching Code Geass, I think, and I was doing, like, studies of faces and stuff like that. I really like how these turned out. These are so cute. But I was literally just, like, offhand doing these. I wanted to create, like, an alien species from my monster world that are based off of the Egyptian set animals, the ones that are kind of unidentifiable. They look sort of like aardvarks and wolves. And I wanted to make them kind of scary and intimidating, but, like, I just couldn't. Like, they just ended up looking too silly and animal-like every single time. I wanted to give them, like, long curly hair. Like, I like these sketches, but also they just didn't end up looking like how I wanted them. They look too much like cute rabbit wolf things than like scary humanoid aliens. I was getting kind of close here with like some of these, but like some of these, like, they also look too edgy. I also wrote a lot of F3 notes. I like this drawing card. She's like buff in this. Should I make her like more buff? I think I should. I don't want to, like, she's like the only lesbian main character, so I don't want to make her like the mean buff lesbian stereotype, but also like I do think I should put some muzzle on her. I think it would be good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna censor out a lot of this because some of this has spoilers in it. Okay, so I cut out like 3 pages of just notes that nobody really wants to read. You also probably can't read them very well. There's something from like a squishable. I had this like weird dream about like a guy who discovers like promo for an anime that doesn't exist. It's kind of like a, it's like the freaking so retro lost media story, but like it just ended up like going very weirdly. Like it was very strange, and I was like, I could turn this into a short story. I haven't made an official short story, but I do really still want to go through with it. And so I wanted to draw this like moe anime character. She was kind of like a demon ogre thing. She's just like very hyper cute. Yeah, I'm not gonna read this verbatim, but it was like an ad for like an anime like MMORPG. And its name was just like a long string of like letters and numbers. So he writes it down, and then he can't like find anything for it. And then it just gets weirder and weirder from there. More faces. There's a Sawyer. This is based off of like a statue of Alexander the Great, I think. More of this moe character. I drew like very B shonen versions of them. I was really experimenting with that. I'm gonna act super cute now. She's a victim of moe inbreeding. I don't want people to think that I'm like being weird about her, because when there's an anime character who looks very childlike, it's kind of but I don't mean to portray her like that. She's just supposed to be cute. Meat boy. This is like when you shake the bag of treats, like her eyes go big like a cat. Like I decided to draw like no whites in her eyes because it's kind of creepy, but it's kind of cute. More Sawyers. This is after his fuck ass bob haircut that I gave him. But I like these. I wanted to redesign his outfit because it was kind of chopped and also really impractical for what he's like and what he does. I still haven't drawn an official ref of this, but I do like this design. Then study. I was really trying to remember the muscles and the legs. Turns out I had bigger fish to fry because there were other things on that quiz that I got completely wrong. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. I just want to remember all the leg muscles because they are kind of hard to remember. And then the torso muscles, because I'm kind of bad at drawing torsos too, so I thought that drawing that would benefit me. This is a silver pen that I spilled like everywhere, and then I just decided to work with it and do something cool with it. More cat-like. Just some drawings of girls. And a Samkin. Samkin would not do that fucking face. He is so deadpan, like, all the time. He would not be that happy. But I mean, he has a sense of humor. I think he could. Yeah, I think he could do it. New York or Millie Rock. Just like an interaction. This, I hate. The anatomy on this is not good. I really struggle to draw Mark because I can't decide, like, he's like an anthropomorphic alligator. But I can't decide like how alligator and how human I want to make him. So I make his snout a little bit nubbier, but I think it looks weird, so I try to extend it and then I can't draw it. But this is him saying like, because Samkin is like adopted and he doesn't know who his real parents are for like most of the start of the story. Everybody just assumes that he's like Hispanic, but he's not. He's like Filipino. So this is like how I imagine Mark being like, you're not Mexican? Like, but I mean, I've heard that like Filipinos get mistaken for a lot of other races, so I think it kind of makes sense for him. I was like, yeah, I was trying to figure out like how to position the glasses on his face to like make it not look weird, and I was like, well, it's gonna look weird anyways. Then there's a drawing of Mark with my acrylic pens. I was still trying to figure them out. Mark, you cool AF. Live, bro, live. I love Mark, though. My friend likes Mark more than me, though, honestly. She's the #1 Mark fan, so of course I have to mention that, but I like this drawing. It's cute. Chaz Maxing. He really likes... Jazz. T Pro Jared activate cooting hours. Oh no. But yeah, we were laughing about Pro Jared tweets. Like his deleted tweet where he's like, fuck it, it's cooning hours. Pro Jared, you ugly AF, die bro, die. Here's my little pony comic that I do on the side. It's just like a vent comic where I'm like this half changeling pony called Pardon Prisoner. It smells like piss and shit here, what's going on? Bro, you know I'm the piss and shit guy, I'm always covered in piss and shit, it's just how I am. Pardon, you know I love you, we all do, but sometimes you are hard to love. I know I do. The symbolism, the dichotomy in this. He's just like Pardon Prisoner, they're just like kind of a disgusting creature. My cat is repositioning itself in its sleep right now. Destroying a Bayou that I actually... Hello? Okay. Something's going on outside again. Destroying a Bayou I actually really love. I wanted to draw some swastikas. Now chill, because these are Buddhist swastikas. There's a lot of Buddhist symbolism in F3. And the swastika is part of that. Like, it is incorporated into some characters' designs. And I'm afraid people are going to be immature about that. But, like, guys, it's literally just a religious symbol. It's been appropriated. Like, I want to use it in its original intention. Bayou and his low-key not boyfriend, Nazira. Ooh, oh my god. I got these stickers from Walmart and they're bullshit. They're falling off. These two like work in a mafia for like they like work for a quote-unquote mining company that actually is like a mafia front. They use child labor, and their logo is like a Ouroboros or like a white snake. So it was like, what if I made like a super cute like Japanese mascot of like this terrible, unethical, horrible company. And so I think these ended up kind of cute, but I couldn't decide whether to like, this is like the mythical Chinese white snake, so I couldn't decide whether to give her like the lady head or not, or like just make her a full snake, or give her arms. I kind of aiming more towards the arms, even though it doesn't make sense for a snake, because it's kind of hard to do any kind of expression or like mascot art without arms. This is some BS, bro. These are just like flyers and stuff from when I was in Japan. Oh my god, I'm ripping this up. Yeah, this is like from temples that I went to. I had like these finger paints. I wanted to see how well the paper took it, and it did not take it well. It buckled up. It was terrible. So I just threw a bunch of BS on this. Look, and I thought it looked kind of like blood. It doesn't really. And this, bro, I just wanted to like experiment with fluids and make something like really gross and effed up looking with this guy, my roleplay character. I'm not gonna get too much into them, but you'll see them later on. Did I miss a page? No, I don't think so. I like these. This one's bad. This is like a younger Alessa, with a bunch of snakes. But my dog is snoring, bro. Wake up, bro. Bro, I swear, bro. I'm not a huge fan of the anatomy in this one. You can tell I try to correct it a lot. But these doodles I love. There's my friend, me. There's Keisuvi, me, and then two saviors. A funny Persian cat. This one was actually supposed to like, yeah, it's supposed to like lift off the page. And then that one skull. I'm not opening this DM. That one skull. But I like these little caricature faces. I thought these were cute. Then I got some colored pens, and you'll see that I abuse them in the rest of these sketchbooks. They're just, I use so many of them, bro. There's Wasim talking. Anyways, there's Wasim talking. There's him talking about Gansuk, or thinking about Gansuk, rather. Fucking... I just pulled that up. I thought that was a different page. I just pulled that. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're good. We're good. This is an Echo 2K that I drew. I actually really love this one. I got some like Korean newspaper. I don't know what this says, but I thought it was funny because it has a cat on it. Aziz from my webcomic. Nazira from my webcomic. These look crazy. I was just like trying to layer pens and see if I could like do different colors, but it looks so crazy. He would not do this. Yeah, this is very like 2018 gotcha animation meme kind of pose. What's good, Chuz? Yeah, he wouldn't say this. My old ass, I swear, bro, my dog, bro. I think I'm gonna stop recording for today and then I'm gonna come back. We'll talk about this page next. Okay guys, this is day 2 of recording. You can tell because the weather is different. This is actually, let me go ahead and find my page. This is actually the day after the day after. 2 days in the future because we had people at the house yesterday. And I am desperately trying to find the page that I'm looking for. And I can't find it. Okay. Okay, bro. Okay, we found it. Okay. So, make sure I'm not off center this time. This is, I think, I tried to make like a gotcha dark evil princess Equestria girl's version of Pardoned Prisoner. She wouldn't look like this. I really don't think so. She's too gross and grimy and horrible to be like this pretty, but I think it was funny to kind of make her like a Mary Sue type character. And this is a event. I'm probably gonna cover this up because it's like kind of embarrassing. Some Christopher Johnson from District 9. He used to be my favorite character of all time. I still really like him a lot. But he is so hard to draw. I'm telling you, he's so hard to draw. I spent literally years figuring out how to draw him. And these are from references, but like I still think that these aren't like totally accurate. And then this is like a secondary fursona, more like it's kind of like my scaly fursona. Like I have like a furry fursona and a scaly fursona because I like to have both. This is like an alien. It's kind of a self-insert too, but I haven't like done anything with them yet. Like nothing at all basically. I've just drawn them a couple of times and that's it. It's from like a choking hazard or like a plastic packaging. But there's the placenta again. I gave them like a spacesuit kind of. They're sort of like a cobra salamander like shark kind of thing almost. Like that's how I see them. And I gave them this like cool spacesuit that has like placental elements in it just because I think the placenta looks cool. But I'm not really a huge fan of it right now because I don't think it matches them a lot. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna draw them more, but like I was very frustrated with this design. I ended up like you'll see in the next sketchbook that I do, I draw them a bit more accurately to what I actually think they look like. I like shrunk their head more so it looks more like, you know, like a frog or a snake. Yeah, here's the outfit that I was designing. I also kind of want to make them like a shapeshifter so they could change body type. And yes, they have nipple piercings even though they don't have nipples. I just thought it was cool. Here's kind of, I was just like sketching these outfits. This is a sketch for Halloween that I did. They later turned into a full drawing that I hate this drawing. If you saw my Instagram, I like archived it because like the anatomy is right. Like I think the anatomy is just fine, but it looks weird. Like the background and everything is wrong, is like completely good, but like the anatomy, I don't know what was wrong with it. Like, it looked too condensed. I normally, this is my character Adu, if you don't know. Because Adu's like a fox or like a jackal, I normally, like, stretch him out very, like, long. Because it kind of, like, translates to more like a fox-like body, but, like, he was too short in this one, I think. I think I made his torso too short, and so because he has very, like, big hair, like, his hair is a large unit of his body, and so I think it makes his head look too big in comparison to his body. So I needed to, like, widen and stretch him out a little bit. This is when I tried to draw my OC lint with, this is like in class, so I brought my art supplies with me, and I didn't have nearly as many as I do now. This was with my acrylic markers, and it didn't end up very well. As you can see, it's kind of chapo. The brown that they give you, it's kind of a very desaturated brown. They only, like, in the Ohuhu pack, and this is not a diss on Ohuhu. Girl, sponsor me if you want. I like free stuff, whatever. But, like, the one desaturated brown they gave me just doesn't translate very well to lint. And I tried to do the highlights because when you draw dark-skinned people, you have to, like, highlight their skin a lot more. But yeah, it looks ugly, and I didn't have the right shade of gray for him. And I drew a lizard. Oh, this is like lint as a lizard. Why? Why would he be a lizard? He's a vampire. There's a lint again. He would not wear this Skims Forever 21 bullshit, but he looks cute. And also like a little, like, voodoo doll, I think. This is also, let me, like, move this. This is also in class. And I was so exhausted that day. And I was about to, like, get ready to study for this, like, one exam. And I wanted a pineapple Red Bull so bad. But my dog isn't, excuse me. But I ended up getting one anyways. Who cares? It was a little treat to myself. Dan Yodi, Killer 7. I'm not the Dan Yodi warrior, or the Koyo Dan warrior, however you want to spell it out. That would be Oomph. Oomph is the Dan Yodi warrior. I just draw them a lot because they're fun to draw. I really like, but yeah, they're just really fun to draw together. I like trying to stylize them differently, even though I think that, like, in my eyes they're the same height. And I give Coyote kind of like this Edgar haircut, which I know is not, like, time accurate. This game is from, like, what, like 2003 or something. I'm probably wrong about that, but I still think I think it's, like, a funny twist on him that, like, a lot of other fan artists don't do. Mondo Zappa. I don't like this drawing of him. Doesn't look like how I imagine him. I think I was rewatching, like, the cutscenes in Killer is Dead because I've been on my little Killer is Dead fanfiction kick lately. So I just wanted to, like, do questions that I had about it. But a lot of these are kind of dumb questions. Like, they're just, I wasn't thinking very hard, and I could have just looked up the answer to a lot of these. But, like, you really only have the Suda51 wiki to go off of with this game, so it's frustrating. Also, there's, like, Toho stuff at, Daiso. And I'm a LARPer, so I only know, like, 3 Toho characters. I played, like, the first game, and that's it. So I did not get a character that I knew. But if anybody wants it, I'll give it away. Yeah, I remember I did this while studying, or I was supposed to be studying. This is David Mondo. I wanted to do the difference between the two. I de-handsomeified David. I gave him Chapo-ass teeth. I can say that. I have Chapo-ass teeth, and I'm proud of it. But I wanted to give him, like kind of, like, jagged teeth, because I think it would kind of, like, juxtapose his kind of, you know, looks maxer kind of deal he has going on. Moon River's ugly gay boyfriend. Okay, that's alright. That's alright, don't say that. Moon River, I did some sketches of Audrey Hepburn because, like, Moon River literally just is Audrey Hepburn. Like, that's who she's modeled off of in Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is not a movie that I've watched, even though it's so classic, and I should watch it for the sake of that. But I just want to get her face right, and I end up like stylizing her a lot more later on. These are like a little bit more like semi-realistic, but yeah, I kind of like squash and stretch them a little bit more later on. Dolly, Mika, more questions. These are dumb questions. Like, what do you mean? Who's the girl got kidnapped? Girl, it's Mika. Like, obviously, they show you that in like 5 minutes. Mondo, where your clothes at? Where your clothes at? Yeah. I gave him trans tape. I think Mondo is trans mask. There's another artist on Tumblr that headcanons him as like a he, him lesbian, and that's based, don't get me wrong. I love that, but I see him as more like a straight trans man because he's such a womanizer that like I feel like it'd be kind of funny if he's like, oh, this guy's a womanizer, but he's also like trans. Dave did. These are just like pointless questions. I'm not gonna read over all these. Lint again I decided what weapon to give him, and it's like a medieval like man catcher. I think that makes a lot of sense for Lint. I was writing with this bronze pen again. I wanted to do like a single line contour, not off of any reference, just like I just want to do this, but I think this is cool. I like how this turned out. This is when my Alessa obsession like really starts to kick off. It's still going. This was like an old piece of cardboard that I got, and I did like an acrylic marker painting over it, and he's so cute, me, you know, put like a cool arrow here just to fill the space. I went to the mountains today, not today, this day, when I was with my grandparents, and I got a quaking aspen leaf. But yeah, this leaf used to be like very bright yellow, and I don't know why I thought it was gonna stay yellow. Obviously it's gonna turn brown, but it's still cool that I have this. Human Gary, baby human Gary, me, he's so cute. He's so cute. Just like pen sketches of when I was on the mountain, like drawing the vista. I really like these. Doing like these contour lines to look like rocks and plants. And these strange plants that were up here. I love these. These are really good. Like a little thumbnail sketch. More trees and plants. Plants are honestly, like, I understand why people think plants are hard to draw, but I think they're kind of fun. Just because they're different. And, like, really, you don't have to be, like, super accurate with plants, because, like, they're not, like, faces, where, like, you can tell when a face is fucked up, because you're trained to recognize what a face is supposed to look like. That's why I think, like, faces are actually harder a lot of the time, unless you're really stylizing them like me. But with faces you have to get everything like in proportion. With plants, nobody's really gonna notice if you fuck up a plant. Like, you can fuck them up a little bit. Fallen tree trunks, big huge trees. I live in Arizona. We don't get a lot of very big huge trees unless you go up on the mountains. Pine cones. Pine cones are really interesting. I was really trying to figure out how to like draw pine cones. This is my favorite one, I think. They're really just like triangles. Like, you just keep drawing triangles over and over again. Then we went to the park. There's like a contour of a duck. Head in, head out. They like tuck their head into their body. A prickly pear, an orange tree, some bush. Ooh, guys, bush. A turtle, a palm. Yeah, there were a lot of ducks there, which we also don't have a lot of water in Arizona, so that's kind of a novelty to me. I did like, not these. I did these while in the car. Yeah, I know, that's why they look like that. But I just need to get better at drawing backgrounds, but I just never know what backgrounds to draw. That's my problem. Like, I don't know what context I should put my characters in. Like, a colored background is ubiquitous. It immediately conveys what you wanted to convey. But when it comes to like a actual scene, it's like where would this character be? You kind of have to think about the whole thing. But I've heard like drawing your characters in an environment makes it a lot more engaging for the viewer, and not that you should always care about this. You are likely to get more like likes and views on your page if you draw characters like in context, because it helps make it more engaging. There's a car. I'm terrible at cars. A little street light, and then more honey pence. Man, pull your pants up. Pull your pants up, man. He's so cute in these, though. I like this one. This is just some random face. Random gay guy. You can see, I'm just, like, drawing, like, random faces of guys. You can tell I like giving characters a lot of piercings. Very exaggerated kind of honey pants. I would give him a longer skirt than this, normally, because he's kind of supposed to be elegant. Not that short skirts aren't elegant, but, like, he's supposed to look more like samurai. Like, this is like how I imagine him exactly. But yeah. More MIPS. B313. B3313 MIPS. It's just like MIPS, but he doesn't have a face. That's neither here nor there, not much about that. Proto sketches of my OC Matt before he was Matt. Just like I had like a bunch of like old stickers that I wanted to use up, and I was like, where else am I gonna put these? I should have just kept them, honestly, because this page is kind of ugly, but you can see some Gary's, just filling in stickers. Yeah, this one, I messed up the hand really bad on this one. I don't even want to think about what it looked like, so I covered it all up with stickers. Another Gary. I really like this one. This one's really nice. I did this in class with my acrylic markers. And surprisingly, they give you like the perfect colors to do Gary in this set. Because they give you a lot of like teals and blues and a lot of in-betweens, and he's just teals and blues. That's all he is. So he looks very cute in this. I like this. More proto Matt. What the fuck is this haircut? What the fuck is that haircut? What is that? Little adus. I struggle drawing him from straightforward because he's like a furry. That's kind of hard to do straightforward if you have a long snout. These were done with like Crayola colored pencils. Once again, forgot that I had Prismacolors. A Stamkin. This is when I was trying to figure out, like, I watched a video about like character design and like how if you want more interesting characters, you should like push their proportions. Like, don't make their proportions all realistic. You should try to like stretch them out a little bit more into different proportions. So I tried doing that with Stamkin. You'll see it on the next page. This one, his legs are too long, I think. Another Calic. I was trying to design like Calic's outfit because I didn't like the old one that she had. Baihu's proportions are just fine. He has that like yaoi seme proportion going on. But you can see I really like this one's good. That one's not. More notes and bullshit. I was just writing about my monster world. It's just a whole lot of nothing. I was thinking about the Mr. Peabody and Sherman trailer and how funny it is, because it just makes me laugh thinking about it. So I was doing this in class. I was trying not to laugh thinking about it. Just like blocky proportions. Another thing they said for the character design video, I don't remember who it is. I'm probably not going to link it because I just don't remember, and I'm not going to be able to find it because there's thousands of them. But like have like repeating shapes. So I was like, well, I don't normally associate squares with Baihu, but like I guess he could be squares. He could be squares. So, you know, you see he has like square there, there, kind of there. His head is kind of like squarish. And honestly, it works a lot for him. I really like this one. I know, I keep on saying, I really like this one. I love the sketchbook. I think, once I get that, I actually might like the next one a bit more. But I think this one is more consistently good. Alessa, occultist Alessa, like Illuminati Alessa. It's just like world building stuff. I never really went through with it. I think I was like depressed 2 days. You can kind of tell because I drew like Alessa crying. There's Alessa's mom, Alessa's dad. Chapo, we don't talk about him. We don't talk about him. Just different faces, doodles. Nothing is real. This is from actually Boards of Canada. Faces, masks. Some of these are from Pinterest. Some of these are just different memory. I like doing different masks. Yeah, I was actually gonna make this like an entire whole drawing. Can this dude stop yelling? I just want to do like this is gonna be like a full digital drawing. I just want to do a lesson at different points in his life. This isn't really canon anymore. I'm not gonna elaborate much on it because why would I tell you something that isn't canon? But like some of these, like this is not like canon to his character, but I might still do a drawing like this. And once again, the Boards of Canada thing, I was just listening to them a lot. Matt, this is Alessa's partial kind of boyfriend when he's older. Gay old man radar. I was just trying to figure out like what tattoos I should give him, and just like some older Alessas. I like this one. This one, like, don't ever buy no weed at the gas station. His eyes are like way off, but I think I like it this way. I like how like off proportion it kind of is. It looks very cartoony and cute in a way that I like. But yeah, these are some of my favorites. I did scans of these. Some of these colored pencil ones I'm not a huge fan of because it's harder to have control over colored pencils. But I think these are cute. This one's very cute. The anatomy's not great, but that's cute. I'm gonna draw like what would like a character look like sitting in a box, and then like a large demon woman. Some human lorries. I want to draw what human lorry looked like. And if you're confused, I have these middle school OCs, and then I made like a human AU for them because they're like alien monster things. Because I got tired of drawing them, and I was like, what if they were actually on Earth and all their lore happened on Earth? And I fell in love with it immediately, and I feel kind of bad because I feel like I should draw like more monsters and creatures. But yeah, this is human Lori as like a young girl. Yes, he's trans masked. He's the world's worst trans mask. Not because he's like bad at being his gender, but like he's just a terrible person. But he's kind of like a lovable, terrible person. Like he sucks so bad you almost like can't hate him. But I like these. I wanted to create like a D&D bard. I don't even really actively play D&D. But I wanted to do like kind of like a bird themed bard. But like whenever people do bards, it's always like European musical styles, and I was like, I'm sick of that. So I'm gonna do like kind of like an Indian style bard. And I actually like this design. She's kind of based off of like a sitar, and I incorporated sort of the shape of the sitar into her design. Is this human Alistair Hasman Hotel?
Hell no.
Guys, I don't even remotely like Hasman Hotel. I've watched the pilot and that's it. Guys, I don't like Hasman Hotel. Don't come for me, okay? I think this is based off of like a drawing I saw on Instagram of like human Alistair that I actually really enjoyed. He looks so bad in canon. I mean, I think that's just Vivzy though. I know that's beating a dead horse. Everyone talks about how bad the character designs are, but like they are really so bad. And people are like, but this one guy is so fine. No, he's not. They all look bad. They all look bad. It's just like Vivzy is just like bad at drawing humans. That's it. This is me sketching the new armor designs. What's with all these numbers? We will never know. It's not a password to anything, I promise. I would not put like a password in here. But I just wanted to draw like what their new armor designs would look like. I actually ended up going with these, but I still haven't drawn an official ref for them. I mentioned that earlier. I still have not done that. And I really need to. I just have lost motivation for drawing Lanagon and Sawyer and Calic. And there's Vriska. Okay, there's Vriska. I like giving her a shaved side. She's cute in this. I haven't gotten even that far in Homestuck. I know she's evil. I know she's bad, but okay, women's rights, women's wrongs. Okay, whatever. And this is like a character design series I wanted to do based off of the 7 Deadly Sins, but I wanted to do them like not traditional. Because if you ask a character designer to do the 7 Deadly Sins, it's always going to look the same every single time. But I was like, what if the 7 Deadly Sins were, you know, not traditional, not stereotypical, but I kind of want to apply them to like modern people. This sounds kind of cornbally, but you know, Lust is, they always make like Lust like a very like curvy, sexy woman. I made him like an old dirty white guy. Greed is an influencer. Makes sense. Wrath is the only one where I feel like this isn't like hateable enough because she's just like a mean little girl. That's it. But I thought it would be funny to have like Wrath be like a tiny little girl who like has a knife. I like this design, but I don't think it fits the rest of them. Greed, a woman who uses her disabled child for TikTok views. Oops. I could explain the difference between, actually these are both greed. These are both greed. I put both of these as greed. There was another one I was struggling to do. Sloth is a lazy AI crypto bro who uses AI to write emails. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Envy is a trust fund kid cosplaying as like punk or like crust punk. Because he envies the other side even though he doesn't like actually want to be a part of it. Pride is a police officer. I feel like that's kind of obvious. And I feel like I did another one, but I didn't have it here. Yeah, there was, I forgot which, I'm not going to think of all the 7 Deadly Sins from memory, but there was another one she was supposed to be that I later changed, because there was like a difference between the two. I think she was like Pride, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. I noticed that my cat kind of has a mushroom-looking head. Like, she has a very, like, rounded off, flattened head. So I drew her as, like, a mushroom. Wasim. Cat stickers. And then I wanted to draw Samkin in motion. I don't know what he's doing here. Like, I know. And then, this is when I was, like, downstairs on the couch. I drew him spinning. Yuck! To do! So I drew a banana peel, my cat sleeping, and just some clothes on a chair. And I think these turned out really nice. I like these. A bunch of Baius, because I think he's really fun to draw. Even though he's not, like, that exaggerated in any way. I don't know what the fuck this is. That's so ugly. A matryoshka, a chair. Okay, my cat. I like this one's cute. But I just want to do, like, different expressions on Baihu. Like, he's like Samkin in the sense that he's not very expressive. Especially because he has, like, a partially paralyzed face. Which... It's getting better over time in the lore, but like still like he doesn't move his face a whole lot. He can, he just chooses not to because it looks weird to him. And he's trying to be tough. He's art farming. But these are actually so cool. I love how these ended up. Another one. Pew! Another Samkin. These are like the last Samkins you'll see me draw in the series. I made like the next sketchbook like F3 themed and then just didn't draw any F3 in it. What was I thinking? You'll see a bit of my D&D character coming up. I'll talk about them in the next page because they're all over the next page. Just some like funny Samkin faces, him falling down. He's got... I forgot I made this. It's not coming out of his you-know-what. Okay. It's probably hard to tell what's going on, because this is, like, just a sketch. I like how this is up. But his sword, Azazel, does, like, it doesn't literally come out of his uterus, but, like, it, like, how do I describe this? It metaphorically lives in his uterus. But it's not coming out of his Bucci, okay? Don't say that. I think he's just like holding it in that one. Okay, yeah, here's my, I don't even play D&D anymore. I could like try playing it online, but this is such like a non-traditional character. I've always wanted to play as an Ankeg, I guess. Which were like these giant enemy bugs. I used to have these D&D books my dad gave me as a kid. And so I'd read through one of these, and this is one of like the like monster enemies, but they're not like a playable character. But it was like, in D&D you can do whatever you want, really, kind of within certain limits. So I was like, what if I made an Ankeg character? Widows, but I ended up making him a monk, actually. I wanted to make him a fighter. So I was like, what would match best with this giant evil bug? But actually, monk is probably the coolest. And I definitely struggled with drawing them because, and I think I stylized them a lot more than what they actually look like in quote-unquote canon, because I don't really like how they look in canon now. I wanted to make them more like bug shrimp-like. And I was like, well, how would I put a cloak on them? Because, like, monk, I felt like you need, like, a robe for a monk. But, like, I was really struggling with this. Because, like, how do you drape clothing over this giant, beastly, like, shrimp cricket thing? But whatever. I also want to incorporate another one of my OCs in my old persona, Iago, into D&D. But I haven't fully done that yet. Yeah, like, this doesn't make any sense. That's not how it would drape. I don't know, but I just wanted to do it, like, over the body shape. And it just ended up looking bad. More of my persona, and Christopher Johnson. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of gave up on the self-ship. I was like, I don't know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I still want to do something with this character. Once again, they don't look like this anymore. We're getting close to the end here, guys. Average British male. This is more or less obviously. Who else would it be? I just want to draw him like a roadman, because he's like the least roadman guy out there. He's as sweet as pecan pie with a side of mint chocolate ice cream. Like young Sheldon. He's like very sweet. He's not tough at all, but like he gets kind of turned into a monster later on. A metaphorical monster, not a literal one. And drawing him from the back. Yeah, this is him as like a work boy, which are like basically, they're kind of slaves, almost. They just exploited for their labor. This is like the very early sketches of him. But love these. Love these. Me and these, love them. And then I wanted to draw children, because I thought that I was very bad at drawing children. I'm not really. I just don't draw children very often, but I was like, what if my OCs were children? So there's like Samkin, Alessa, Baby Lint, I like this one, it's cute. Samkin, Gansuk, I think. Kara, this one's also cute. Yo, my boy. Wasim, another Wasim. Actually, no, I think this might be Dia. I think this is Dia and this is Wasim. If you don't know my OCs, that sounds like I'm talking my ass right now. You'll learn. You'll learn later on if you keep watching these. But oh my god, Dia's so cute in this. I forgot how cute I drew her. And then I drew like I switched the proportions way too much on this one. This face is awful. But I drew Baby Baihu interacting with the baby version of his father, Baby Gansuk. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but I thought it would be, like, interesting to have them interacting. Of course, he's like, fuck you, dude. Yeah. And then I got a Tombow drawing pen, and it's shit. It's awful. I don't know if I'm just not using it right, but it was just, like, it wouldn't control in the least. It was, like, way too thin, which I know is kind of the point with a lot of these drawing pens, but, like you can see it's, like, really wispy and just doesn't pick up, it skips a lot. And then I was really kind of giving up at the end here. Mingzhu, Baihu and Ron's mom. Just some bullshit. This one, I wanted to do a thing. Big ass forehead, yo. But yeah, like baby Alessa, adult Alessa, but like the facial proportions, I tried to get them to match, but like obviously when you're not a child anymore, your facial proportions are different. So this one looks squished, this one looks too long. And I also did it in Sharpie for some reason. I just wanted to use up these old Sharpies so I could throw them away, honestly. This is Death Grips lyrics. By Hughes Robot, Parakaryote. This is just, I made some bullshit. Like, this is just, I made some bullshit, honestly. Yeah, this is like Death Grips lyrics. Look at my coworker, bro. He's losing his damn mind. Like, I wanted to work more with that paint that kind of looked like blood. I like these pages, but they tonally do not match the rest of the sketchbook. Kind of an ugly portrait of me that's not really accurate. Guys, I don't look like this. Guys, promise me I don't look like this. I'm way more handsome. But just working with the limited colors I had, these acrylic markers, and it doesn't look very good. Yeah, the colors are so weird because I didn't have a lot of like in-between colors. So I just mixed a bunch of random colors, and I want to be like Prycations and how they use acrylic markers. Guys, don't say I'm copying Prycations on this video. Just because I'm funny and awesome and I do commentary. There are some people who do sketchbook tours who just literally copy Prycations like bar for bar, like humor, art style, everything. Not that I think art style that was a thing, but like it's still weird how people like literally just want to do the exact same thing Prycations is doing. But guys, I'm not. I like this style of commentary. This is what I do, just like doing off the dome. And I'm covering this up because this is fan art and I don't want anybody to see it. Oopsies. Okay. So here's the ending. November 15th, 2025. My coworker is losing his damn mind, bro. Look at this. Oh my god. This is actually cool. I like this. I have no idea what I was going for with these. Hi, hoes. I even calculated the number of days it took me. 42 days. This was like a shorter one, I think. I didn't finish any of those anime. That's true. I'm in Bio 202 now. That class, I'm done with it now. That was the hardest class I've ever taken, and it was all online. It sucked the soul out of me. That doesn't sound right, but it was so bad. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It was so difficult. There were so many notes, mostly because it was all online. More life updates in the next issue. Guess we'll talk about that later. I was really tired at this time. We'll actually find out probably why I was so tired in the next sketchbook, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, this whole other thing. So, that's the end of these two sketchbooks. I hope the background noise wasn't too unbearable during this, because my dad works above me, and he's constantly banging on the floor for some reason. I do not know what he's doing. Have no idea. Zero idea. But hopefully that didn't bother you too much. But, like, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you want to see some more. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
God damn, boy, what you be eating? Trail mix.